All right, Shalom. I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, the honest apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to you, sincere Akim out there pushing the truth across the four corners of earth. All right, real quick, man, it's just this shit is the New Year is coming in with a bang, man, and Esau is trying to clean his house up, but there's too many divisions, all right? And, looking at our nation, the thing that caused us to go into so much hell were the divisions, all right? The Southern Kingdom versus the Northern Kingdom, they were trying to agree upon who really was the king and, all these different things. And through divisions, that's what caused us to go down. All right, we were split up into two separate captivities. Then the Northern Kingdom opted to come over, to this side of the world. All right, then, when it was time for Esau to come, back, of course, he visited the Northern Kingdom first, utilizing the Southern Kingdom to communicate with them, and then, took us both down. All right, so divisions destroy kingdoms, man. Divisions destroy kingdoms. Hell, even with the Romans in 70 AD, you had Edomites actually fighting against the Romans on the side of Jerusalem. All right, you had different Edomites who were trying to burn down Rome. All right, now a lot of those different, people, it was Jake in there too, but you had a lot of Edomites in there too, and that's what people are finding out, man. Everything is about Jacob and Esau. These other nations, they're not really a factor into this whole war. All right, and this is something from the womb. All right, but this is just a quick hit. Sirach 10:1 said, "A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered." Well, why do we read that? Let's see what's going on with the government of the United States. Let's see if the judges are wise and see what they're doing. So, I'm not sure why the audio is delaying.
Internet service providers. Let's just take a listen.
Ahead of the Ugandan election, we're hearing reports that internet service providers are being ordered to block social media and messaging apps. We strongly condemn internet shutdowns. They're hugely harmful, violate basic human rights and the principles of the open internet.
So that's the word from Twitter. What do you make of that, Lionel? Hypocrisy?
Hypocrisy? They have elephantine, in order to do that. It boggles the mind where they can say that with a straight face. Look, the thing is that we all know it's not that they're too big, it's that too draconian. Let me say something very quickly. They just won an election. They're going to see how far they can push this. This is a stress test to see how far the law will go, how much people will tolerate, and they're going to go as far as they can because they're drunk with power, like an engorged tick. That is
Right. Drunk with power. But at the same time, he's talking about his own people, his own nation. Now, that's if he's an Edomite, you know what I'm saying? From what I could tell, he appears to be one. But I could be wrong, because a lot of these people who look like Esau are actually Jake. But, it seems like Esau. All right, but the point being made, this is the new wave, man, of draconianism. Everybody wants to be on top. All right? Everybody wants to be, that voice in the power seat. Right? They actually kicked off their president, their leader, off of online, based on some charges and stuff which have not even been fully processed. All right? This is how divided their nation is. All right? It says what? Sirach 10:2. As the judge of the people is himself, so his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So this is everybody, man. This is why these people storm the Capitol. This is why there's so much rioting and mess on the earth, because on these different elitists, basically they're playing these different sides against each other, and they're willing to go all the way. There's no used to be, these Edomites would at least sit down and conversate and communicate. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if they did have issues, but now they're just completely silencing each other. The other side must be completely silenced. And this is another reason why the U.S. has to go to war, because they don't have the money anymore to just sit back and chill and just, these Edomites, they can't go, Salakia. They can't go on a usual, vacation, to Myrtle Beach or the Hamptons or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They can't do their usual routine. The money's getting low, all right? And you got a lot of corruption amongst the house of Esau. They were talking about with the whole SBA, small business loan thing. I think they said there's like $9 billion worth of fraud done with that. All right, and that much, there had to be some kind of inside job with that. All right, so it's just this is it, man. Just like before, man, Esau gets into the age of extravagance, political corruption. All right, they got all these different other nations rising up. This is why there has to be that third woe. They got to go to war again. All right, that's what happened before. These other nations, they kind of rose up. They got the little militaries together. They weren't happy with the U.S. They went to war. All right, then they got silenced. Some of them became allies. Some of them, became neutral or they did business. But at the end of the day, the harlot of Babylon, she had to sit upon the other nations. She had to sit upon many waters. All right, so she had to come out victorious. But now, this is it.
Filled with blood. Just can't get enough of this. So where it ends, who knows?
Justin, next question for you. If companies like Twitter, Facebook, and Amazon can do this to their own president, could they do it anywhere in the world to any government they don't like?
Oh, certainly so.
Right.
Yeah,
those Uganda, they knew what was up. That's why they stopped. They know, because they know Esau will interfere with the elections through all that social media stuff. That's basically how you win now. Control these different social media platforms. Control the image. Control what you see, what you hear, and then boom. Because that's something that's been up for debate for the last two elections. Oh, the interference. There was interference with the election. All right. So that's another reason why this place has to be locked down by Esau, because you have too many dissenters. You have too much evidence coming out. You have too many people saying, too much stuff. All right. And you got us with the Bible declaring who we are, declaring our nationality, declaring our house, declaring, prophecy according to the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And I believe it's a law on that too that's going to have to change too. That's coming up shortly. It's an internet bill. They did a special on it on Vox, so I have to look that one up. But yeah, man, that silence is coming.
The largest problems within these companies is that there really is no actual basis for which they are operating. There is no Bible. There is no Constitution. Their terms of service are often edited and malleable, and even then vague enough to be subject to the whims of internal discussions within the company. The ethos of Silicon Valley, where I am based here in Oakland, California, at least the Bay Area, the San Francisco Bay Area, is move fast and break things. It is absolutely antithetical to the idea that they are going to have hard and fast rules that are understandable by their users, and so we can all say, okay, well, this line is crossed. And in the app,
and that's why Esau has to shut this stuff down, because they just have too much power over many things, man. Because that's where everybody goes now for information. Okay, that's the scriptures say what the line goes out through the whole earth. All right, that line is going out, and pretty much everybody's on Twitter. Everybody has a Facebook, right? I don't, but everybody does, right? Everybody has a voice. Everybody has opinion. They can, repost information. All right. So, hey, man, divisions in the house of Esau. And a lot of these Silicon Valley Edomites, these are young, Democratic Edomites, they grew up listening to Jay-Z, listening to Migos or whatever Jake music, and might have grew up with Jake, around Jake, seeing how their parents oppressed Jake. And now, they kind of have that rebellion, man. And that's why rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. All right, because rebellion, that'll destroy your house too. All right, this is verse 3. It said, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. All right, and it says, in the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe. No, that's not what I want. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Exactly. All right, and the prophets are gone, man. The profiting of money, okay, and the different fruits of the not just currency. Let me say it like that, because we know Esau uses fiat money. All of the things that are given when it comes to power over the earth, okay, the currency, the fruits of the earth, the people, whatever. We're at that time where it's about to be passed to Jake. That cup of rulership is about to be passed to the elect of Yasharallah. All right. So it's just interesting, man. You definitely got to stay tuned. They're talking about removing Trump from New York. You can't do that, Trump. His name rings bells in New York. They're actually removing him from New York. So they're trying to get him the fuck out of there. Man, call Allah Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Kagadash. All right. Hey, we keep saying it. Abad Babal, Abad Babal, Abad Babal.